wanted to do a video about something that I think is really important, and I think it's about just drawing your attention to it, and you can dismiss this or invite it in, it's absolutely fine. But it's really about noticing our language, and in particular about the lazy language we use. I was thinking about the difference on how we feel when we use certain words, and actually how many words we use which are kind of lazy, kind of their standard, and don't actually have the meaning that they're shared with. So for example, the best one I can think of is the word love, and contrast that with the word hate. They are pretty broad words, quite general, and to say, you know, I love something, it doesn't have maybe all the intensity that your feelings match that word. It's something you use quite easy, quite sometimes glibly. It's nearly kind of ish like white noise, where it's said but the depth isn't really there anymore. And in the same way with hate, it's kind of it's a big general word. It's not specific particularly to what's going on or really resonate. So if you hate something, it's not really describing how you're feeling. It's not really giving the impact. It doesn't have the potency that that you do have with your feelings. So it's about recognizing that there are words that we use on a day-to-day basis which, you know, we don't really, well, we can do better on. We can have better language use. We can use better words which are more accurate descriptions. So I want to just draw your attention to the idea that, you know, maybe for 24 hours, cut out using the word love and replace it with something else. And I'll give you this. If someone wants to say, I love you, well, that's nice and you may feel warm and that's good. But what if someone said to you, I adore you? You'll have an emotional difference, a different reaction to those words. If someone can adore you, it means so much. You get so much more richness of feeling from such an emotional connection than you do when you say, I love you. I mean, I love you is good and it's nice, but it becomes so normalized, so standard in conversation that the meaning isn't really there. So find for 24 hours alternative ways of saying I love you. Now it can be, as I say, you know, I adore you, I cherish you, or you can say thank you for what you did, or thank you for helping me in that particular way. That made a real difference for me, and that can relate to something that happened earlier in the week or last month. But being explicit with what you're feeling and why it's there. You know, really adding some layers of meaning. You know, take the time to drop the lazy language and put something in which is more useful. So on the reverse of that, thinking about hate, you can say you loathe something. That's quite easy to do. And loathing is a different word from hate. Loathe just creates a different connotation, different emotional reaction, creates a different feeling. And where you can say, I despise something. Again, it's not lazy language. It's we have an explanation of why we're feeling that. Hate is easy to say. It's kind of general. But find ways to monitor your language. It goes back to what George Orwell said about cliches. You know, it's kind of lazy thinking. It's quick and lazy writing, actually, is what I think he said. And it's about noticing that we can change that by taking a little bit more time, a little more attention to think, actually, what do I want to communicate here? What do I want to share? What's going to be more useful? What's going to actually create an impact on another person that's going to, you know, be something I would like them to respond to in some form? And try love first, maybe, rather than hate. But the idea is if we can find ways to appreciate someone and take care of our partners in a different way by being more specific over what we feel, I think within 24 hours of trying that, replacing the word love for something else, I think you're going to find a big change. I think you might find a shock at the end of it, but from the person receiving it. I think you're going to get some sort of different response. So I'll leave you with that and just see what results you get. I mean, like anything, just test, see what happens, and then change and adapt as you need to. But I hope for today that's been some value for you.